The sun is your best friend. When it's in the south, you're above the equator. When it's in the north, ain't a complicator. Easy to learn, you don't need money to burn. Yeah, the sun is your best friend. Sometimes it's cloudy and you can't tell. Sometimes you're guessing and you're locked in a spell. It's in the north instead of the south, causing you to barf right out of your mouth. You forgot about the sun, friend. 'Cause the sun is your best friend. Oh, when it's in the south, you're above the equator. When it's in the north, you ain't a complicator. Easy to learn, you don't need money to burn. Yeah, the sun is your best friend. Sun is your best friend. Regardless of what Adult Swim says, oh, the sun is your best friend. Oh, whoa. Gotta learn to identify them Baltic bollards. You gotta learn to identify them Baltic bollards. Can't be thinking that the bollards are from Serbia and be at peace when they're really over by Latvia, opposite from Greece. You can't go by your next of kin. While I'm sitting in a fjord, baked by the sun, hearing the sound of the rookie players run. Cause when you know the bollards, you can have a little fun. Often they're long sticks, but sometimes they're stubs. It's got lots of snow coverage all over the place. They drive on the right, oh what a disgrace. The follow car's got a little man riding on a buggy that's yellow with an orange line flying. +47 is the area code. You can get connection when there ain't any snow. The sidewalks, I've never seen anything like them, cause they aren't on Geoguessr. I think go and fight them. The flag's got blue, red and white. If you think that ain't original, then I guess you're right. They're arranged in a cross on the middle to the left. If you saw the flag and messed it up, I think that you had wept. Oh man. Well, the plants are here just sitting getting frost, saying hello to a guy named Santa. The architecture's quaint and a little bit flaunty. The bricks are talking, they want all of me. It ain't got Gen 1, but it's got 2, 3, and 4. No low cam here, yeah, that's a big score. Trekkers abound, making you move slow. I gotta stay around in Norway, but I also gotta go. Octagonal poles in Mexico and in the Philippines. Many concrete poles in South America, you know what I mean. Wooden poles are in a lot of places like the US and Canada. But when you got black and yellow stripes, you know that you're in Asia. Wood, concrete, and metal, so many materials. But I bet you know that you gotta know all the poles, the big utility poles. So memorize them, buddy. You gonna geoguess, then you better memorize them, friend. Letter-like indents can be found in Brazil and Nigeria. You gotta go get out and inspect them closer once they are near to you. Wires and wires in Southeast Asia, they look like a sin and a wrong. But the sexy poles in Europe, well, I'd say they're the bomb. Gotta keep a lookout for blue stickers in France. Cause if you lose because of this fact, you'll end up with a dookie in your pants. Wood, concrete, and metal, so many materials. But I bet you know that you gotta know all the poles, the big utility poles. So memorize them, buddy. You gonna geoguess, then you better memorize them, friend. South Africa, Mali, Nigeria, and Ghana, Madagascar, Senegal, Egypt, and Tunisia. Memorize all these and I'll kiss ya. These are the countries covered in Africa. Guess any other and I'll be after ya. Yeah, these are the countries covered in Africa. Guess any other and I'll be after ya. Forget Lesotho, a microstate inside of South Africa, a terrible disgrace. Same with Rwanda, the tiny little thing hanging out the side of Uganda, and probably controlled by the same king. Is this a power vacuum? Oh yeah. When you can't guess anything else, go New Zealand. Looks like Australia, but it's not. You know what I'm feeling when the sun's pointing north and you're feeling south. Go New Zealand. When the town looks so weird and you see a funny house, you know what I'm feeling. Often it's New Zealand. When you think it's something else, you can never guess it wrong. Even the pros get it wrong sometimes. Often it's New Zealand. So go, just plonk it when you feel it. The Bollard's got a red strip with a white vertical one in the back. Giveaway signs all over the place. Well, now you've got the knack to guess New Zealand instead of Australia, but you need a few more tips. +64 is the area code, and now you'll never miss New Zealand. Oh no you won't. Oh no you won't. It's so weird. There's crazy languages and houses, and oh my goodness, the Maori people even have a second language. Oh my god, my life is spiraling out of control. Oh, tiny little Spanish stop sign, I want you to be mine. Just 'cause it's in English doesn't mean that it is anywhere else. Cambodia, China, and Israel, Japan, Laos, I'm miserable. Malaysia, Mongolia, and Taiwan, those are some top signs with the country's language on. Most of the others, they stop, I bet. Just watch out for the Canadian arret. You thought it was a meme, but don't think too soon. Termites are in Turkey, buffoon. Alto in Mexico, Pear in Puerto Rico. Although it's funny, sometimes US signs even say the word whoa. Speaking of pear, it's everywhere. So many countries, even way down there. South American stop signs. I wanna stop time and love them all. Love them all. Love, 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 love. Europe drives on the right, but the UK drives on the opposite side. And all the states except Pakistan, being on the right means that you abide. Japan, Thailand, and Malaysia, the only countries driving on the left in Asia. In the Pacific Islands, Indonesia drives on the left like a people pleaser. All of Australia drives on the left too, New Zealand too, cause down there it's cool. India and Bhutan, so many countries on the left, man. In South America, it's all on the right, but a couple small countries be putting up fights. Guyana and Suriname seem to be onto something. Depending on where you are in Africa, you could be on the left or right. Thankfully, if you guess southeast, then on the left you ride like an evil beast. Still, after all that, countries drive on the right more often. Road lines, who doesn't love them road lines? Road lines, who doesn't love them road lines? In some countries the yellow is double-sized. And if you want a geoguess, then you gotta know them all to stay alive. Let's say that you're in the UK, zigzag lines might lead the way. Double yellow middle lines might mean you're in America. You gotta keep a lookout for them, I'm telling all ya. Long white dashes on the sides, and you feel like you're in a bind. On the road you prance, but I think those lines mean that we're in France. I was feeling mellow rolling down the road. All lines are yellow, that's kind of a code. It means that you're in Chile most of the time. Now where are you on the line? Single white lines in between two yellow lines. What could it mean? Uruguay, fella, I'm coming clean. If you don't know that, then you might end up feeling like a bean. Yeah. Area codes, hard to remember. Area codes, better set together. Area codes, I'm about to spit a bunch of them out at you. So be prepared, fool. +91 is India, +60 is Malaysia. +1 is Canada. You'll have to recall these on occasion. +30 is Greece. +39 is Italy. +33 is France. And if you didn't know that one, then you've been taking a chance. +48 is Poland. +34 is Spain. +46 is Sweden. Down area codes will reign. +56 is Chile. +57 is Colombia. +51 is Peru. And that's where I'll meet you again soon. Area codes, better set together, cause area codes are so hard to remember.